I've been using DaVinci Resolve for 2 years now, and while it has a lot going for it, there are some things about it that drives me crazy. Sometimes I find myself actually missing Premiere Pro, and that says a lot. But before I dive into the things that make me want to throw my computer out the window, let's take a step back. DaVinci Resolve was originally developed as a color grading software. It wasn't meant to be a full-on editing suite initially, and that's actually its superpower. No other software even comes close to its color grading capabilities. And spoiler, it's also the only thing in this software where I have nothing to complain about. The best part about DaVinci Resolve is that it has a free version that gives you access to pro-level tools without costing an arm and a leg. And when you do pay for the studio version, it's a one-time fee and not a monthly subscription. With Premiere Pro you are on a subscription plan, which can add up over time, so it's no wonder people are shifting to DaVinci to save money. But as much as I respect DaVinci for what it offers, there are a few, let's say, frustrations. Now, I want to say in advance, it's not like I've never experienced problems in Premiere Pro. I've had crashes, errors, weird behaviors, but I also experienced that with DaVinci. And in many ways, the two are more similar than people on social media want to admit. While there are a lot of positive things about this software, I like to complain. So let's move on to what makes my experience with DaVinci Resolve miserable. Yes, Resolve's interface looks polished and professional, but it's locked down tighter than a bank vault. In Premiere, you can rearrange, resize the panel however you like it, and with Resolve you're stuck with the default setup, which doesn't always work for me, and honestly sometimes it also slows me down. I mean, at least let me swap things around, please. Come on. The keyframe system on the edit page is... In Premiere, keyframing is straightforward, it's visual and easy to access, and you can control it precisely all in one place. In DaVinci, the curves are buried in the clip on the timeline, and it's hard to select and manage animation smoothly. It lacks also the control needed to be precise when working graphically, so it feels like extra steps are required to do simple stuff. It's all over the place. Fusion is a beast on its own. I get that it's a node-based system and fundamentally it's different from the layer-based approach on After Effects, but for me it's complex beyond reason. Even for simple motion graphics you have to go through a series of steps that feels overkill. I mean, I love that it's powerful, but for a lot of basic animation it's really too much. I find myself always reverting to After Effects to do what I need, and that defeats the purpose of Resolve being a full suite. Another thing that it's well against that purpose, it's Fairlight. I'm just going to say it. It's shit. I love the AI cleaning and leveling for voiceovers, even if I still use external plugins that are, in my opinion, far superior, but the audio handling overall in Resolve is not good. And Fairlight just doesn't meet my needs when it comes to audio mixing for videos. I've tried running a couple of plugins that work seamlessly in Premiere, but in DaVinci I end up with a laggy playback even with just one effect. And worse, audio sync gets delayed by up to a second. For me, it's unbearable. Another huge downside: when I'm exporting in DaVinci I can't do anything else. The program is locked up and I'm stuck just watching the progress bar, while in Premiere I can keep editing or even start a new project while exporting. It's a huge time saver, and it's just baffling that DaVinci still doesn't allow for this level of multitasking. And finally, my favorite. There's this weird GPU bug that happens so randomly I cannot even recreate it. Sometimes, if I make a simple change like adding a simple color correction or a text plus title, or really any random effect to a clip, the GPU usage jumps to 100% and just stays there.
Me acaba de salir.
The only fix I found is to restart the program, which resets everything and makes me run the timeline smoothly, even with whatever effect I used that caused the problem in the first place. It's not a deal breaker, but when it happens in the middle of a project, it's really annoying. For color correction and grading, it's a dream. Nothing else lets me push colors to the next level like DaVinci. This software actually got me more interested in experimenting with color, and it's become a bit of an addiction to see what I can do with each project. If I were only interested in editing, maybe I would have stuck with Premiere, but this whole color grading experience has kept me loyal. And honestly, as I said before, I don't see a massive difference in stability between Premiere and DaVinci. They both have their quirks, but neither has caused any critical issue for me. And since switching between the two just for grading is a hassle, I've stuck with DaVinci. I don't hate DaVinci Resolve. There are just a few things that feel needlessly complex, and I'd love to see DaVinci take some ideas from Premiere and adopt some of its strengths as it's happening in the other direction, as I'm seeing Premiere starting to pick up features inspired by DaVinci. On this day, both have unique, strong features and continue to improve with each update. Adobe's AI are next level in terms of productivity, while DaVinci keeps refining its core functions. Maybe one day we'll get the best of both worlds? Who knows? But what do you think? Do you have the same love-hate relationship with DaVinci that I do? Let me know if you got some tips on any of these issues. I'm more than happy to discuss and learn from you all in the comments. So where do you stand? Are you Team Blackmagic or Team Adobe? Or maybe you rely on other tools entirely that maybe I don't even know? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future content.